Hi again, folks. In this video, I want to do the 5 things I personally want to see for next season coming up. All right, guys, fun video, just low stress video. I start thinking of our lineup, and you see last video, my heart starts racing when I think of guys like Olofsson, Asplund. Asplund, who I had high hopes for this year. I gotta admit, I had high hopes for Asplund. I did. But we can't be nice anymore. We can't just be nice guys and say, oh, well, we got to give him a chance. You know, no, it's enough of this. It's enough. Screw it. No mercy. That's the new motto of the Buffalo Sabres, guys. No mercy. No mercy. We can't be merciless because we think Olofsson needs a few more years to develop or get his shot back. Or no. His contract's not out of control like Skinner's. We can move him. We can get rid of him. We can get rid of Asplund. We can get rid of Bryson. We can get rid of certain players. And people say we need Bryson's offense. Guys, he has 2 assists in 34 games, so please stop with that. Please. Oh, yeah, but he rushes the puck. Then he's shit. I'll say it. I'll just say it. If he gets 2 assists and he's good at rushing the puck, imagine if he can't rush the puck. Come on. We've got to get tough. We've got to get tough with our lineup, guys. We do. We got to be really next year. We've got to no mercy. This was a free-for-all this year where a lot of players can come in and get a chance, right? And guys like Bryson were already in the team and didn't make the most of it. Olofsson didn't make the most of it. Asplund didn't make the most of it. I can't stand that. I can't stand that. It's like, what do you think? Because you're a regular? Asplund's a regular, so now he can, be crap? No. All right, let me just see if this one's writing. Yes, it is. And we'll have a little fun with this one, guys. This will de-stress me because when I write our lineup, I get angry. I do. I get pissed off because I know some guys this year have majorly underachieved for this team. And we can look at, if we're going to look at the young guys like Dahlin and Cousins, whose numbers are good. Cousins is on a pace to get 20 goals this year. Dahlin's on a record pace for points this year. If we're going to pick on them, what about the guys that, that we count on also? The other ones. There's not just them. Not just the kids, man. Oh, all right. You got me in a mood today, guys. All right, so the 5 things I want for next year. Number 5. Well, let's get into this. Have a little fun. I want to see the goat head come back in a 3rd jersey. Not this stupid, lame jersey they did last year. I'm sorry for you guys that bought it, but that Butter Knives jersey has to go. It has to go. I couldn't believe when they came out with that. I hated that thing in red. I can't imagine it. It looks better in blue and gold, okay. But that wasn't our logo. That was a 3rd jersey back in the black and red days, and we brought that back. Who thinks of these things? I don't know. I was so disappointed last year they didn't come up back with the goat head. Bring the goat head back. We had the most playoff success in our history in that jersey. Okay? Bring it back in blue and gold, though. Blue and gold. I got an example for you. Give me a sec, guys. I will pull something out for you to see, those of you that haven't seen it. Sorry, guys, had to go into my closet. Something resembling this would be nice, okay? Something to that effect. Except, maybe the old, this logo on the shoulders, right? Not the B, maybe not the B, but I would maybe go with that logo. Something a little different, something to give it some, I don't know, some life. This one's a pretty lifeless jersey, which I plan on refurbishing eventually, but something to that effect, I'd be thrilled and I'm buying it right away. And yes, I'm old school, but yes, I love the goat head. I do. This, of course, will always be my favorite logo, but I love the goat head. It's the 2nd coolest logo in NHL history. Come on. All right, that rant is over. As you guys can see, January's getting to me, folks. Oh, God. All right, here's number 4. Most of you might agree with this one. Let's make a splash in free agency, a good splash. Not a dumb splash like, God, all right. Not a dumb splash like Taylor Hall. Now, Taylor Hall was a failed experiment, but man, do I give Adams credit for pulling that off and getting Eric Staal here. He looked like a genius when he did it. He did. But if we make a splash, a good one, something, man, I don't know, something that we'll have to look at a free agency video again and see who we don't think we can get. And you know, guys, don't assume that the Buffalo Sabres are on everybody's no trade list. The Canadian teams are. I'm telling you, the Canadian teams are. And I'm saying that as a Canadian. I'll tell you right now, all the Canadian teams are on everybody's no trade list. The only reason Toronto isn't is because they think they can go there and get rich, okay? But they have to really get rich because the taxes out here are nuts compared to the States. They're nuts. I did a video on that months ago. Go check it out, guys, who haven't seen that video. I don't know, just put tax, write the word tax in when you're searching my videos, and I'm sure it'll come up. If you go look at all the Canadian market, and that's the worst kept secret in hockey, all the Canadian teams are always on everybody's no trade list. Moving on, because it is fact. Everybody knows it. All right, all high-end prospects. Here we go. Number 3. All high-end prospects will be regulars next year. Owen Power, Peyton Krebs, Jack Quinn, JJ Peterka. All of them become regulars in our lineup next year. This is another thing I want to see next year. So far, I want the goat head back. I want it back. That's why I got one. A splash in free agency. A $5 million splash, okay? Let's leave it there. $5 million and under. 5 to 6. We'll put $5 to $6 million. I don't want a $9 million defenseman. No thanks. I don't care. Unless it's Bobby Orr, I don't want anybody else. That's it. And all high-end prospects, I want to see those guys as regulars next year. All of them. Number 2. I want to see less mistakes in our zone. All right, this has drove me nuts for years now. How terrible, god awful we are in our own zone. By 50%. I'm being realistic. By 50%. I want to see half the mistakes out the window, because if we cut less mistakes in our zone down by 50%, we're going to be letting in a lot less goals. And that is actually one of the main reasons. We got to cut down on the goals against. People keep, we live in an era now, guys, where everybody just thinks transition game, offense. And they don't get defense wins Stanley Cups. Defense wins cups, not offense. It just doesn't work that way. It never will. Because in the playoffs, everybody plays trap. Everybody plays trap hockey. Watch. Trap hard-hitting hockey in the playoffs. That's all you see. That's why they always say, why don't they just say it, the announcers? They just don't say it. They confuse fans that don't get it. They should say, guys, in the playoffs, nobody plays this system. Nobody plays the run and gun in the playoffs because they're going to get killed, and they know it. Defense wins Stanley Cups, guys, and goaltending, of course. But if we can do this, we'll have such a fun season next year. I know it. And number 1, I guess you're never going to guess what I'm going to put up there. And yes, I should put that. There we go. I bet you're shocked I put that there. More grit, more toughness, new identity. Enough with this lame crap, avoiding contact, squinting the eyes before somebody hits you. Enough. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. God, my friends joke about it all the time. It's humiliating, guys. It is. So more grit, toughness, and that's a part of a new identity. That we're a tougher team now. You know, when we gotta have the Boston Bruins mentality. That's a successful franchise over there. And if we start copy pasting some of the stuff they do, you know, we've got to get more tough, more aggressive. Call it what you want. We can't continue playing this wuss game. Not this way. But again, I'm guessing that they are planning to do all this and maybe address this in the off season to bring a new identity to the team of a bit of toughness, you know, in certain spots of the lineup. And don't forget next year, going back on the other video, you know, if you're asking why Owen Power's not up there, because Owen Power was never going to be a Sabre this year, folks. So just so you know, in the last video, I didn't put Owen Power in the last video because I'm talking right now who we have. So that's what I would do. The Goat Head, a splash in free agency. All high-end prospects, all of them play next year that are NHL ready, and those 4 are, including Owen Power for sure, right? Less mistakes in our zone by 50%, more grit and toughness. That would be what the doctor orders, folks. And that, my friends, is the end of this video. I'm gonna go relax. My head is twisting and turning. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.